I've read up on countless stories about different cults that have managed to grasp news headlines in the past few decades, but none of these stories have culminated in such a tragic conclusion, like Heaven's Gate did in 1997. The tragic story of which we are going to dive into today serves as a chilling reminder of how powerful the depth of human belief really is. This video delves into the dark and disturbing world of the Heaven's Gate cult and its tragic conclusion. The content includes discussions of extreme belief systems, mass suicide, and the manipulation of vulnerable individuals. Viewer discretion is advised. The journey of Heaven's Gate starts with a man named Marshall Applewhite. He came from a relatively ordinary background, initially pursuing a career in music and teaching, earning degrees in music and theology. Despite his conventional beginnings, Applewhite's life took a dramatic turn in the early 1970s when he met Bonnie Nettles. During this period in Marshall's life where he was feeling particularly aimless, Bonnie introduced him to her beliefs of the extraterrestrial and higher existence. This seed that Bonnie planted would be the start of the Heaven's Gate cult. Nettles believed that she had received divine guidance and that she and Applewhite were messengers from a higher plane of existence. Together they interpreted various signs and coincidences as evidence of their mission to lead a chosen group of followers to this higher existence through a spaceship. However, what I just said only scrapes the surface of how deeply this cult were involved with this journey to a higher existence. One of the main beliefs in the cult was the idea that the human bodies were merely vehicles, essentially a vessel for the soul, which was seen as a limiting and flawed entity that imprisoned the divine essence within. In their view, the human experience was a test, or a trial that souls had to endure to reach a higher state of being. Alongside this, there was also the time limit for this crossing. The members of the cult were under the impression that the world was coming to an end with a cataclysmic event that would herald the end of the world as they knew it. They saw this event as a form of divine judgment or a necessary step in the evolution of human souls. According to their teachings, this world-ending event was inevitable and would result in the cleansing of the earth. The only way they thought they could escape this inevitable world ending was to transfer their soul onto a UFO, hiding behind the Hale-Bopp comet. In the time leading up to this passing, they all stayed in the same mansion. Inside this mansion, they all wore the same all-black outfit with black Nike shoes. They all carried the same change in their pocket, went to bed at the same time, and even cooked their same pancakes over the same size flame. Everything was the same, at the same time, with the same intention. Now, this next part of the video is gonna get really dark really quickly. I'm just gonna give another heads up for this topic we're about to touch on. Viewer discretion, again, is advised. In the weeks leading up to the mass suicide, Heaven's Gate members became increasingly isolated from the outside world. They cut ties with their friends and family, believing that these connections were hindering their spiritual progress. The members also prepared for their ultimate departure by purchasing supplies including rental vehicles and all the ingredients for a lethal cocktail of drugs and alcohol. Cult members recorded farewell messages and videos explaining their decision to leave their earthly bodies behind. These videos provided insight into their beliefs and motivations, with members expressing their anticipation of ascending to a higher level of existence via the spaceship they believed was travelling behind the Hale-Bopp comet. On the night of March 24th, 1997, the cult members gathered in a rented mansion in Santa Fe, California. They ingested the lethal mixture of drugs and alcohol they had made and laid down to pass away. One by one, they would cover their fellow cult members with a purple blanket and then proceed to take their own life too. 39 people took part in this mass suicide and no one left alive. The website that they used to document all of this too is still available to look at online today. It's pretty uncanny to see. But nevertheless, in the aftermath of this tragedy, there was a widespread call for greater awareness of the danger of cults, the need for mental health support, and the importance of monitoring and countering extremist ideologies online. The shockwaves generated by Heaven's Gate continue to reverberate in discussions about the limits of belief,